I'm Game Guy. It's time for more Let's Play Dark Cloud 2. Moving on through the forest. It's time to go to Strange Tree. Sup, Monica? That's all I got to defend myself, alright. Yep. You think so? I sure do. Here, take these. Wow, what are they? I've only been collecting several of them over time. Yo, I received a whole bunch of stuff. Look at all these crystals. Wow. Yep, you can upgrade your wrench to give it some real punch with those. Yeah, you can spectrumize. So here's a detail I've been kind of intentionally glossing over until now. Weapon upgrading. It's a thing that is available from the start. I just, you don't really need to until about now anyway, so I didn't really think it was that important. At least not yet. Yeah, and you can build up. Your weapon will evolve into a better one. Try it out. Here's a little extra something from me, Heart. Wow, the wrench gained 6 more synthesis points. An ability that Monica will never use ever again. Because, why would she? That'd be silly. So yeah, it is as she says. You might have noticed this little arrow going on here. Basically what that actually means is I am able to build up my weapon already because I have met the requirements for one of these. Like, there's always these split paths. I mean, not always, but a lot of times there's a split path, and you have to match the flashing numbers until they hit whatever threshold they need to be at, and then you can build up a weapon. Like, see here, I can build this up to True Battle Wrench because I have enough attack, I think? I think it's just attack. But that's easy enough to do, because, Yeah, now we have a True Battle Wrench. True Battle Wrench is basically a half step between, because the other question mark with the battle wrench will just lead to the same thing. Not that you can tell because it's a question mark, but the stats it wants are the same. Basic quick rundown here. Each time you level up a weapon, it gains an amount of synthesis points, and its attack and durability go up. I think it's both. It's at least attack. Each time you build up a weapon, its maximum, threshold for things will increase, but also you can use these crystals and synthesize them into synthesis crystals, I think is what they are called. Crystals are basically worth, what they are. The crystals in particular will give 3 points each, and you can just use some of your synth points, like 1 per crystal, to add stats to your weapon. And now you see I've hit the beast threshold, but can I hit the smash threshold? Destruction crystal is what's going to give me smash. I think I need a bit more for smash, so I'm going to go ahead and try 4. Let's see how that goes. You can actually spectrumize darn near everything in the game, but for the most part, there's no reason to do it to anything other than the various crystals. For the most part. Yeah, and I'm able to build this up again. However, I would not do that. Weapons have a lot easier of a time leveling up when they haven't leveled up yet, and since this is technically speaking a fresh weapon, it can get a few level ups. Give it some extra synthesis points for the next thing. Lastly, this diamond I have here, if I were to spectrumize that gives me a hefty amount of stuff for 1 synthesis point. I'm gonna hold on to it though, for now. The gun is a little bit behind as far as that goes. It needs attack and cyclone. I can give it some cyclone, why not? Why not? I'll give it 12 again. Let's see if 12 is good enough. I'm probably gonna be doing most of this sort of stuff off screen, but, I figured for this first introductory bit, it'd be worth at least seeing it once. Alright, so it has enough cyclone. I don't know what Monica's stuff is like... Yeah, okay, Monica has like 2 separate things that she can build up. I don't remember which one I'd want to go for, so I'm gonna look at that a little bit later. And as for this, it's kind of in the same boat, so I'm gonna take a look at that. For the record, RidePod cannot build up its weapons. You're gonna have to invent new ones as time goes on. Speaking of which, Barrel Cannon is a ranged attack. Take note of the capacity, though. It changes depending on which thing you have equipped. If you want to equip more things or better things, you're gonna need to upgrade your core. That is how RidePod is balanced. And with that, that is my brief explanation of how to build weapons up. So, you know. Ugh, this stupid mole. Right off the bat, I hate everything. So, there is a particular photograph I can get here. I missed it. While he's jumping in the air is what I need to take a photograph. And this is just kind of an obnoxious one, because these guys in general are pretty obnoxious. What did you do there, guy? He like... Yeah, he was trying to do his like ranged attack, but it just didn't do anything. Okay, well he jumped out again, but I couldn't get the camera to cooperate, so, you know, it's one of those things. I'm gonna, like, this might take a bit, because I've had this take a while before, so we'll see how long this takes. Really? Oh, finally, got it. Alright. So, I don't really know what triggers him jumping, to be honest. This status effect I have right now is Curse. It means I can't switch weapons. That's basically all that means. Well, now that he is dead, I have his picture. These guys are obnoxious to fight, because if they burrow underground, it messes with your lock-on. So, it's kind of an annoyance. Generally speaking, you may just want to not bother locking on. I need to heal again, by the way. It's pretty great. I have one more Gilda than necessary, but it's fine. This guy also has a scoop. Don't know what procs him doing what I need him to do. He throws stuff at you, by the way, which has a bit of a delay, turns out. Anyway, it's when he spins his thing around. Apparently that's all he's gonna do. So, you know. Where are you going, buddy? You scared of Mr. Watch? That's silly. Don't be scared of Mr. Watch. Anyway, now that all that shenanigans is done, there's one more scoop to get in this level. Well, it's available here for the first time, so I'm gonna try to get it, but, it requires me finding a specific monster that we have yet to see. Wow, this sure was a dead end. I love dead ends. They're my favorite. They are probably completely 100% my favorite. Alright. Oh, well, there's Pumpkin Joe over here. I'll cut until you see, the guy I'm looking for here. Oh, I have too much RidePod fuel, turns out. So, when you have too much of an item, you just can't pick it up, and the item stays there until it despawns, so... You know. Like I said, RidePod fuel is pretty plentiful, so... Not really a problem. Oh, and there we go. There's the last one. Big old tree face over here. You want to actually sneak up on him and get close so that you can take a picture of him while he's sleeping. And with that, that's all the scoops. This guy is a bit of a problem. He's, generally speaking, an enemy that you want to fight with RidePod. By the way, giving RidePod a ranged attack is a bit ridiculous. in case that's not obvious. But yeah, let's see if anything interesting happens, I guess. Oh. Alright, well, there's a different variant of the trap chest in that you get to choose which one you think it is. You don't get to use a treasure chest key on these, you just have to guess. Essentially, you pretty much always want to choose exploding trap, because the other ones mean you still get the item even if you do get hit by the trap. That was rude. But I know now it's a weapon-destroying trap, so there we go. It was worth. Well, I guess I'm using Monica for the time being. This guy will actually spawn little dudes that explode and hurt me. Very painful. Rude, in fact. They're pretty weak. This guy has a super cool rapid fire attack. You basically want to guard after doing like 2 swings, give or take. Oop, he's gonna summon dudes. Oh, I got real lucky there, all things considered. Please stop hurting me. You know, I was trying not to die, but this guy is not... Just fight it with Ride Pod. Oh, there's my saw, anyway. So, this dungeon, instead of having a locked door, has a giant spider web that, of course, you need a stick to get rid of. Thank goodness I noticed it in a treasure chest. Is there anything even in here? Wow, all I got out of going in here was the magic crystal to find out I missed an enemy in that little area over there. Heck yeah! I've defeated everybody! I did it! Now I can leave! Oh, really? Right at the end, huh? Alright. Yep, okay, joke's on you, my weapons are already destroyed, so... Oh, silly, silly video game. Anyway, time to leave. If one of your partners gets incapacitated, they'll be revived if you leave the dungeon, so yet another reason to just kind of hop out at the end. Alright, back to the dungeon, now that I've done some little between stuff. Next up, rolling shells. But what's that seal marker about? If you were paying attention, you might have noticed something suspect. This is a red seal floor. Max has been chosen by the Red at Lemuria, and you can't switch to him. This is Monica only time. That's the gimmick. There's various seals that you can encounter on floors from now on. This is the red one. Because Max has the... Okay, we're doing this right off the bat. Great. Poison trap. Fun. Ooh. I got myself a new sword, actually. That's kind of nifty. Real quick, while I'm here... These bombs are pretty important, so I hope you grabbed some, because Monica's gonna have a hard time dealing with the heavy-hitting enemies, because she does not have access to Ride Pod like Max does. Also, wow, I don't have a whole lot of bread. So that's fun. But it's probably fine, maybe. Let's get rid of this guy real quick. I actually intended to take a look at the weapon I got here. How's that working out? Gladius. Well, I mean, what's the status like? We got 20 attack, Cyclone and Beast. What's this like? Oh, it's slightly better, but, you know. So, having multiple weapons is kind of nice in a way, because it allows you to have options. Oh, that's a giant spider web. I'll get into more of that particular aspect of things later, but for right now, I'm just going to kind of keep things a little bit more simple. I still need to figure out what exactly I'm doing as far as building up Monika's weaponry anyway, so I'm going to kind of leave that to the imagination at this point. Alright. There are some enemies that are weak to it, the magic, but not that guy. Not you. I mean, really, I just need to build the thing up to be stronger, otherwise it's just gonna perpetually be behind. It's a bad day. It's fine, though. Alright. So far, this path has been relatively linear-ish. So that's kind of an interesting way to go about things. Alright, dude. You move so slow when you're charging, also, and, like... Also, they can just guard it, in addition. It's pretty great. I don't know, I've already said before, I'm not a big fan, but here we are. This is just how things go in this particular forest town. Way to miss myself. Alright, pick up a skeleton day. That is what today is. Pick up a skeleton to throw at another skeleton. That is today. Knock him down. Alright. Huh, you thought you could get back up and attack me or whatever? No such deal, bro. Man, you just are not weak to this at all, are you? That's fine. It's whatever, man. Oh boy, a stick. That was back towards the entrance. I may want to go over there, actually. Real quick, though, we got ourselves a new enemy over here, the tortoise. Remember earlier when the other turtle was a thing and I said it had, like, a biting attack? This is what I was thinking of. Also, it did not even pierce my guard. These guys are pretty tanky, and I believe, for the most part... What are you guys weak to, man? Not much, so this is kind of use bombs territory. Yeah, you're just gonna occasionally get into those kinds of situations where bombs are gonna be really helpful. Which is why I would, you know, advocate getting a lot of bombs and using them wisely. As a wise man once told me to. I really should probably go back to the thing, the spider web. Is this a dead-end area? No, it continues, actually, but I'm gonna go ahead and murder a tortoise first. Yeah, the bomb will explode on contact, but otherwise it won't actually go very far. In case it wasn't obvious, enemies killed by throwing items share the experience between, you know, whatever weapons you got. It's one of those things gotta keep in mind. I'm gonna pick up this rock. Yeah, I picked up a rock. Are you guys proud of me? I did it. I picked up a rock. I'm gonna move this real quick, this cursor, so I don't accidentally throw a bomb at the spider web needlessly. I was gonna say, did I not get the stick, or did I just get so many items between getting the stick and now? Or I have like an empty spot in my inventory that just kind of instantly filled in. Truly, no one knows the answer to these questions. Someone might, actually. It's not that unlikely, to be honest. Alright, tortoise. What up? Have a rock. That just did not do a whole lot of damage. Yeah, I think they're weak to the smash element. I hesitate to call it an element because it's not quite what it is. I think it's more an attribute if you want to be, like, technical. But I don't have a whole lot of smash on my sword. You know, it's one of those things. That is one of those things, actually. You might want to invest in some smash, at least on something Monica owns. Because, she has a hard time in some situations, because she doesn't have access to Ride Pod like what Max does. Like, as I recall, Ride Pod has all the smash, actually. Where am I even going here? There's, like, a bunch of little paths over here. Hello, man-eating grass. You gotta watch out. Man-eating grass is on the prowl. I mean, he's not anymore because he's dead. Oh, there's a neat little healing pond over here. I love healing ponds. It means I don't have to heal. That's what that means. It's pretty obvious, realistically. Alright. I'm pretty sure the healing ponds will heal status effects if you happen to have one, so... worth mentioning, I guess. Alright, we got ourselves another small little offshoot area that I guess has the exit, because we haven't seen the exit yet, so... you know, it's just how this dungeon has decided to be laid out, I guess. Alright. Magic crystal, finally, I can see what up. There's a lot of stuff going on downstairs. There's no stairs involved. I'm kind of surprised I managed to guard that, if I'm being honest. I got a prickly. Are you guys jealous? I got that thing. I'm gonna need to repair my sword, methinks, because I'm not gonna be using the, stuff very much. Turtle face, can you, like, go over here so I can use a bomb to kill both of you? I know you can move. I know that you were more than capable of movement. I know you're slow, but... alright, well... I was hopeful I got it, like, right in the middle, but no such luck, turns out. Yeah, Tortoise is the one that has the gate key in this floor, so... Monica's gonna have to find a way to deal with really hefty defense enemies. And quick. Alright, I missed a chest back there, but it's fine. Is this the last dude? Are you the last dude? Yeah.
Looks like we got them all.
Yeah. Now that I've beaten the floor and killed all the monsters on the floor, the red seal is broken. So if I were to ever come back here later, Max can join the party. You know, just one of those things. I mean, that means I can switch to him now. Not that there's really any reason to, but, you know, just pointing it out, that is a thing I can do now. I'm just gonna loot the rest of the dungeon and I'll see you at the next floor, I guess. Antidote Amulet is an interesting item, actually, now that I have obtained one. Basically, if you have one of these in your inventory, specifically if you have it on your quick menu, it will passively prevent poison. However, I think it has like a limited number of uses before it actually breaks. So if you get hit by attacks that inflict poison too much, it'll break it. It's still nice to have, though. You know, I think there's one for every status effect, so kind of nice to maybe keep around on certain floors. You never know when it'll come in handy. Oh, finally the map. Now I know that the exit is over here. Alright, moving on. Uh-oh. Great Fish Swamps, huh?